Well, primary election day is tomorrow, and Local 5 has been keeping an eye on a number of notable local election races as Iowa Republicans look to add to their majority in all the chambers. Our Dana Searles joins us now. And Dana, what races have you been keeping an eye on?
Well, Stephanie, right now, House District 41, which represents Ankeny, is the race that I've kind of had an eye on for a little bit. It's currently held by Democrat Molly Buck, who is running for re-election. However, two Republican candidates are running against her. Let's start with Ryan Weldon. Weldon is the former Ankeny School Board president who hopes to utilize that experience in the legislature. Tell me just about why you think maybe it's time for a party change in this seat.
I'll sum it up in one statement. I don't think that Ankeny is being represented right now at the State House. And so I want to be a representative that can listen to all the people in our district, Democrat, Independent, Libertarian, Republican. Obviously, I'm a Republican, so I lean a certain way, but that doesn't mean that we can't sit across the table and have a discussion so that I can actually go back to the State House and have a conversation with all the stakeholders in the building. And
then, just a final pitch for Ankeny residents. How would you plan to advocate for them?
Well, I think it's really important to know the people that you work with. Because especially at the legislature, there's a lot of different people working on a lot of different bills. And so to really understand the landscape and have relationships with the stakeholders, to at least have a professional relationship of mutual respect and understanding so that we know that we're both logical, rational human beings just trying to do the best for Iowa.
Now up against Weldon is Matt Smith, who is a retired banker. Smith plans to use his knowledge of financial matters and experiences working with many different people to advocate for Ankeny residents. So tell me about what led you to this decision to run for the Iowa House.
Yeah, I think it's important to citizens to get involved. So, like I said, I was in banking 34 years, never really been in politics. I've helped candidates, I've helped in campaigns, but never thought I would run. But it's important for us to take all that experience into the State House.
For Ankeny residents, how can you assure them, if you were to be their candidate, that you would advocate for them and, put your best foot forward every day in the legislature?
I'm open book. I read emails, I take phone calls. As I've been knocking on doors, I build this base of coalition of people that have interest in certain areas, so I know who experts are in my district. And I welcome feedback from all sides of Ankeny to help me understand what their needs are so we can represent their voice in the Iowa House.
The candidate Weldon or Smith will take on in the November election is a Democrat who currently holds the seat, Molly Buck. Buck is a fifth grade teacher in the Ankeny School District. Some key issues she is running on is bringing more funding to public education, lowering health care and prescription costs, working to give Iowans relief for rising costs, and expanding opportunities for Iowans in the workforce.
I feel like I made a lot of new connections. I feel like I made a lot of new pathways and inroads. People know me now. They know that I am a teacher. They know they can trust me. I feel I earned a lot of respect, and I would just like to continue making those connections and speaking up for educators and for education in our state at that level.
Previously, Buck won the Ankeny seat by a very small margin, just 130 votes. So Weldon and Matt Smith will be on the primary ballot tomorrow, and whoever wins that will be on the ballot with Buck come November. Stephanie?
Dana, thank you.